Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Leo. It is a general reading. That being said, it may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't sound like it's your story, check your other placements. Your messages could be there. So, Leo, what I have for you. Wow. Okay, so I feel like there's a power struggle going on between you and another person. I feel like the other person may be trying, or either are or were, trying to control the outcome of something, wanting it the way they wanted it to be. That's why, that's why it didn't work, you know. I mean, they ended up alone here on the Three of Coins because they felt unable to work with this person because they felt like they weren't going to get what they want, but it didn't mean they were going to give up, actually. It's just that they went around the wrong way of doing something to get what they want. They didn't really think this through. Now, I have him in the upright, him in the reverse, because I have the more negative side of the King of Wands here. And I have his partner in the more positive side, so she's in the upright. So she didn't want this ending. I feel like he did not like what he didn't like what she was offering, perhaps, and didn't think he was going to get what he wanted from this. But still, like, he's very attracted to her. Maybe it was a mystery, or he was confused. She can represent a mystery. He was confused as to what he would actually get out of this, some type of agreement, or out of this union, out of what exactly they were building, maybe. He was going back and forth on that, and he was very emotional about climbing aboard that ship, so to speak, because here we have him looking at the ship, and we see people waiting to board, but he's kind of holding back, juggling if he wants to get on board that ship or not. I mean, the water's looking pretty rocky there. So he may have had a feeling, a bad feeling, and I don't believe it was intuition. I think it's really coming from someplace deeper. I feel like it was a trigger. I feel like that trigger caused him to lose control of his emotions, because it seems like in this position and this position, this person was like unpredictable. It could be that he felt the situation was unpredictable. What he did was he threw down the gauntlet, so to speak, or threw down the stick in this case, right? So it's kind of like it's my way or the highway. We do things my way now, you know, and then they kind of pull back and wait. So what we see is this power struggle going on. We have two hands here, but we also have two hands joined here, and each one is trying to win. So, I mean, she could have been wanting things her way also, seeing as this is some type of power struggle, or he's doing this and she's not giving in, you know. I feel like she wasn't expecting this to happen, because this is a card of catching them when their guard's down. It could also be that he threw this gauntlet down, or he backed out because maybe he felt everything was against it, or everything was against him getting what he wanted. What we have here on this little scene is a remembrance card. Now, it is about a new opportunity. This card will make this situation better. Somehow, some way, there will be some lucky break here. I feel also that someone is remembering this situation, because we have flowers of remembrance, but we also got clover. I mean, it could be saying that there is luck here. There's something maybe that they need to remember that could change the luck and allow for them to find a peaceful solution to this, to allow for growth and healing, to bring relief to a very tense situation. Because, see, I have him, I have her, he's reversed, she's up, the stick is down between them, and then I have this Eight of Wands. All of these cards, and they all connect, they were the first cards down, speak to some very intense energies. I feel like with this Eight of Wands, it's in the reverse clearly. Oh yeah, see? And the wheel is beneath, also in reverse. So very, very interesting. And now they're in reflection on this. And so it was upright at one time. So there was at one time a very favorable wind that was blowing, but this person may have done something very quickly. They may have reacted quickly, because it also speaks to sudden action. I feel like this person was kind of swept off their feet by a tidal wave of emotions, brought on by a trigger, and their solution in the moment, because it does talk about solutions, but let's remember, we have it in the reverse. Their solution was to run. Throw down the stick and run. Bolted. But now in the reverse, it doesn't feel like it's over. They didn't think their action through, and maybe now they don't exactly know how to get out of it, because something took a turn for the worse here. An opportunity just left or closed, or they closed it, or they walked away from it. Something went out of control, and I feel it was the thoughts and the emotions, because the wands do represent thoughts, and these are memories, remembering. There's something here behind them that needs to be remembered, I feel, that will help them get out of this very sticky situation that they themselves actually have created here. And so they walked away because, once again, this is what they're repeating. So they walked away. Both people were hurting. They threw down the rose. It's just the same thing. They threw down the stick, or they threw down the rose. It's like they threw a challenge at that person. But they didn't want to leave. This person's crying as they leave, and the other person's kind of crying as they're watching them leave. You know, it looks like they've come up a long road here. Very windy, you know, probably a lot of twists and turns in this relationship. And things were unclear. They may have felt out in the cold. And so I feel like they assessed the situation and decided to play it safe and they removed themselves from the scene. They threw down the gauntlet and they walked away. Very upset. But they were hiding their true feelings. Yet it ended badly. It ended on a bad note. Something was said. Something was said. This person wasn't seeing clearly. Well, here, it says it right here. The sun here is just rising. So, you cannot yet see the day ahead, or you can't see what lies ahead. This can also indicate early morning, or something could have happened. So they're assessing this situation here. They're assessing the wish that that they didn't get, or what they weren't going to get. They're looking back at this information because they're looking at all this information that they have in the trunk. So they're looking back. They're remembering. It feels like they're waiting still. This is a card that indicates somebody who's still waiting to hear from someone they haven't heard from for a long time, or for some time. And see, they threw this down, hoping this person was going to come to them and give them their wish, or give them what they wanted, because they felt here it's why they left. They didn't think they were going to get what they want. So we'll see, he throws down the rose or the stick, whatever this is, and walks away with some type of perception of how it was going to go, or should go, in their mind. And so here we have it, the coin. They're still waiting. This could have been going on for some time, for a long time. They've been waiting to hear from this person. They want the opportunity to speak to the person, but here's the thing. They're waiting. I mean, there's a flag here. They're not doing nothing. They're just waiting. If they're unhappy with their current circumstances, then help is available. They have that key. They have the choice to stay there or to take action on it. But they're still waiting. It's possible in this case that they could receive advice from someone. And if they do, they should perhaps listen. What I see is that their emotions are blocking them from this happily ever after. It's blocking them from their happiness, or from their future happiness. They want this, but they're not doing anything about it. And so the key is, the luck is in taking action, looking back, recognizing where we went wrong, and then taking action on it, because the Ace of Cups is on its side. First of all, they still love this person. The question is, does the other person love them back? Well, maybe in their mind they had a preconceived notion that, this person should come. This is, they should come to me. And if they come to me, if they pick up this challenge and come to me, well, in some way it reassures them in their mind. Let's remember, the ego here is talking, is kind of leading the show, or at least it was. Again, we have, yes, I must say something about this symbol in the reverse, because it warns. There's a warning here. It's talking about a change in status, which did indeed occur. This Queen of Coins reversed. Um, it is a situation that feels maybe unpredictable with her being in reverse. But it warns that if you don't keep your feet on the ground, you could lose the very thing that you value, the very thing you desire. It can also indicate that in the past, their what they did, it's like it's saying that that was maybe not the best approach uh, to to handle this. Okay, so looking back, they may see this, or they may have yet to see this. You see, here's the clock, okay? And there are many things on this clock, the birds and the owl, and they are all this is about time. It's about how what somebody does with their time, or how time moves. Time is moving slowly, or it's moving quickly. In this case, it's moving slowly. It could be about somebody who procrastinates, keeps putting something off. Oh, it's never the right time, you know. But it could also be how we use our time. And how they are using their time is they are thinking and remembering. And if they're not, well, they need to look back here to find the error. And maybe realize that the way they handled this may not have been the best. That clearly there's communication issues between the two of them. Um, Anyway, so this is about how one uses one's time. This person is thinking, they are remembering, they did put some emotional distance between themselves and another, but the love is still here. The love is still here, and this person is wishing and longing for this commitment, or to have this commitment, to have this person back in their life. I feel like the ego is keeping them, and they're very, very stubborn. But they've been hurt, and they wear their ego like a shield, you know? And there needs to be a realization of this. Like this could go back to family with that 10 of coins. It could be that the information they carry in the trunk comes from family. So this could be like emotional baggage that goes way back. And so they're sitting, and they're not taking action. And they're doing the opposite of really of what they need to do. They're sitting, they're waiting, they're dreaming, they're longing for this person to come for them. They're longing for things to turn around, because they're thinking here they didn't get their wish. They didn't get their wish to deepen this relationship, or to marry this person, or to overcome some issues that they were having. They didn't get that wish. Because what they need to see here is that they lost control of their emotions. That is what initially, it's what caused initially the break. So what caused them to feel that way in that moment? Where did that come from? You know, and that's going to lead them somewhere a very valuable piece of information, let's say. So there's luck in remembrance. Let's remember that. Let's remember that. Yeah. And so here they are here, and here they are here. Here they're not moving. Here they decide to move. It's absolutely fantastic. Same night. Here he's sitting on the mountain. He's sitting on the obstacle. So clearly he finds that obstacle. This is a card of a lucky break. This is a card of a lucky break. something, he gets some type of enlightenment. And here he comes. He's decided to make a move. He has a plan. Because this is the knight who's really thought this through. He's been looking back. Look at that. 3 of coins. He's looking back, and he's assessing the past, the work that was done, how he ended up alone. And he's figured it out. So he's looking back at a situation he was starting to build with someone. All the tools lay scattered on the bench. Now those tools can be used to build or they can be used to destroy. And this person, so there's a realization that maybe he could have done something differently here. Because he lost the very thing he valued. Maybe he didn't, there's a realization that he didn't handle something very well. He lost control. Going forward, he will need to get to the root issue emotionally so that that he handles or takes care of that trigger so it doesn't repeat in history with the ring here. This person is coming. They're coming back. They're coming back for you. They want to turn this around. For the longest time, they didn't see, but now there's this realization that they could have done it differently. And this person loves you. So, they're coming to tell you so. There's a possibility with the 4 of Wands and the ring and the heart that there's some type of proposal that's going to take place here. The deepening of the commitment, maybe that, you're going to get that wish after all, right? Possible, a possible proposal for marriage, to move in, or even just to try again, doing it the right way this time. That is what I have for you. I thank you for watching, for liking, and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings to all of you.